Good evening. Welcome to Massetti and Friends. It is Monday night. Thank you for joining us tonight. I think we are all really excited about our show and our guest. But first of all, how's everybody doing tonight?
Great.
Good.
Very, very good. I'm a little
Some
tired.
of y'all's names is a bunch of bullshit, but that's okay. We'll get into that later. So, Trevor and James, you guys had a pretty fun weekend this weekend. You want to tell us a little bit about what you did?
Yeah, I went to Texas with Auntie Karen and Uncle Craig to go visit James, and we went to the NASCAR race. Went to all three of them. So, yeah, it was a little different than pulling, but it was fun.
Cool.
I
Jay,
did
how
the
was
same
it?
thing, except I was already in Texas.
Okay,
Nice.
very good. How
Yeah, I
was
got
it?
a haircut.
You got a haircut? Nice. You do look very nice.
Thank you.
I'm going tomorrow to see Jeannie to get a haircut. So
Don't tell
Um,
Robert I got a haircut.
you might have just done that yourself, but that's okay.
Okay.
He'll understand.
I had to quit going there.
Yeah, good deal. Well, I think our guest list that we have had has been phenomenal. I think you'd all agree. Every
Mhm.
guest that we've had has been great. I am really excited about our guests for tonight. We all have known our guest our whole lives. So we would like to have our viewers come and bring comments, ask questions, but we are going to ask that you don't ask Grammy or Mom who her favorite is, because let's be real, Kevin and Steven are right here, and we don't want to embarrass them in front of all of our viewers when she
Yeah,
says
that's-
who her real favorite is, even
That's
though
what we
these
want.
guys are typing it in on their own. But anyways, thank you all for joining us. So I think without further ado, we are going to bring in our honored guest of the evening. There she is.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Mom, welcome.
Hey, everybody. This is
Thank you.
fun.
Thank you for joining us tonight, Mom. We've been excited about this. Looking forward to having you on here. Because let's face it, if it wasn't for you, none of us would be here doing this show. So thanks,
Very
Mom.
true.
So,
Very true.
Good
Hey,
job.
So
we
Mom.
just-
actually, though,
adjust your camera.
the five of you have made it into the top 18 of being favorites.
1, 2, 3, 4.
oh shit, there's 6 of us here.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. 5 of you made it, so it's great.
Sorry, Brian. You didn't even make the top 8.
Well,
We're counting Bree,
Wow.
Mom.
Bree's here too.
Bree, well, of course, she's there.
Yeah. So, okay. Anyways, I was going to try to get Mom's camera adjusted a little bit so the Mom Grammy isn't right across her face. Oh, there you go.
Sit
That'll
up.
work.
I need a booster.
Okay.
Kidding.
So, Mom, I don't know if you've ever spent a Monday night watching our little show here, but I'm pretty sure you have because I've seen comments.
Every Monday.
Every Monday. It's the highlight of the week, isn't it? There's Auntie Natalie saying hi. So we like to get to know our guests a little bit. I think some of us know you pretty well, but for all of our viewers out there who don't know you, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where'd you grow up?
I was born in San Francisco. I grew up in Oakland, and I lived there for 22 years until I met your dad,
Very nice. So an Oakland girl, eh?
an Oakland girl. Oakland was different 50 years ago, 70 years ago. It was a different place than it is now. But I have good memories of Oakland.
We like Oakland girls. I don't know.
Okay,
So, Bree also is an Oakland girl.
that's right.
So growing up in Oakland, did you get to go to a lot of truck and tractor pulls?
Good question.
No, I didn't.
Okay, fair enough.
Sad.
Yeah. So I wish you were
I was
luckier.
deprived. I was deprived.
Yeah, you were. So you went to elementary school, high school in Oakland, is that correct?
And college.
And
And
college,
college.
where'd you go to college?
I went to Holy Names College, which was an all girls school. I was able to walk to college. It was about 3 blocks away. And then being an all girls school, Dad went to St. Mary's all boys school. They had a mixer. We met the 3rd week of freshman year. And we went together all through all 4 years. Dad actually went to St. Mary's for 2 years and then transferred to Fresno State. But yeah, we all 4 years, and we got married. Trevor, cover your ears. We got married about 3 weeks after graduation.
No, well, but you started, so you gave you 4 years.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not like you started dating. Was it love at first sight?
Could have been.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Dad's right here. Was it for you, Dad?
No comment.
Oh, Dad said yes. So, okay, you grew up in a fairly bigger city of Oakland, and then you got married, and you moved to a fairly small town of Madera. Any
small.
kind of culture shock, or how'd that go for you?
I knew my in-laws. I knew Dad's aunt and uncle. I was starting a brand new job, teaching. Dad left for the service. It was a little, it was a culture shock and a little bit of a stressful time, but I made it.
You did. So, to put it in perspective, how long ago was 3 weeks after graduation? How long have you guys been married?
That was
It'll
probably
be
a better way to ask that.
54 years right before the Pleasanton 3-day pull. So we're going to celebrate there.
54 years.
54 years. To the same person.
Yeah, that's
Right.
the important part.
glad clarified.
That makes a difference. What's the secret to that success?
Patience.
On your part or Dad's?
Both.
Okay.
Both. And
Probably
being
mostly
married to
her.
your best friend. I think we've weathered, you have your ups, you have your downs, you have the old in sickness and in health, good times, bad times, but it's all, here we are. We're good. We're good.
Okay, so you mentioned that you were a teacher. Was that how long did you do that?
Well, I actually started in my backyard when I was about 9 years old, and I'd have all the neighbor kids come over, pass out paper, rulers, whatever. And so I've taught since I was 9, but I got paid since I was 22, and I taught for 35 years. Loved most of it.
You guys all know this, but our family was in the appliance business, so we would have a lot of contact with a lot of different people, and can't tell you how many times people would come into the store and they'd say, "Oh, is Mrs. Massetti your mom?" And I'd say, "Oh yeah." And then they'd have a story that you taught them in whatever, 5th grade, high school. I mean, you touched a ton of lives, and you probably set a lot of students or young people on the right track throughout your career. So I know that not only did you do a great job with all of us, but you helped a lot of other kids. So that's definitely something special.
I have on my bookshelf, I've got a little pink sticky note. This young man had come into the shop and hat on backwards, piercings, tattoos everywhere, and he wanted to see Mrs. Massetti. And Dad said, well, how can I help you? She's not here right now. Well, I just want to leave her a note. And I didn't know I touched him as much as I did, but evidently I changed his life. It was independent study, so it was one-on-one. And I see him in the grocery store and all, Walmart or whatever, and it's about a half an hour that we sit there and reminisce. But so that a teacher is very lucky in that you do touch a lot of lives. Sometimes you don't know it at the time until later. So I've been blessed.
Wow. And you've blessed a lot of other people. So
You've had multiple generations, right? Like you teach someone and then 25 years later you have their kid.
Yeah. And you're right. And then now they're retired, and I didn't get older, they did.
Right.
Yeah, they're all getting older. Don't worry, Mom. You're not.
yeah, your number one son is going to be 50 next month, but don't worry about it.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. That puts it in perspective.
Thanks for the reminder.
Can we just call him the first son, though? Not the number one.
No. You can't change things once they're done.
Yeah. So do any of you other on the panel have any questions for Mom or Grammy?
You're going to ask her about her first poll that she ever went to?
Well, yeah, but we were going to get to pulling, but I didn't know if you guys had any questions you didn't know about her that you want to know.
This would be an
Mom,
odd
is there
place to ask.
is there anything that you think all of us don't know that would surprise anyone in the audience?
Probably.
Oh, good one.
Oh, anything you want to I should have asked a different question. Anything you want to share that you think all of us don't know that might surprise
Probably not.
people? Okay.
Probably not.
Okay.
No, I'm good, Brian.
Okay.
Did anybody get her a Brandy and 7 before this? Because that could.
Oh, it's a good one.
No.
No.
That was a
Some of us
mistake.
don't. Some of us don't drink on the show, Kev.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kevin. Jesus.
Steve Laurie directed that right at you, by the way.
Yeah, I'm aware. Thank you.
And Sherry, it's Brandy and 7-Up. So
Unless we are at
Or cognac.
Martin's in Winnemucca.
right. Then we go
Yeah,
to the
but-
pecan punch.
So like a
Yeah.
pecan.
Yeah.
True. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to have you guys on the panel use one word to describe Mom or Grammy. So Kevin, being Mom's favorite, why don't you go ahead and start?
One word?
Yeah, one.
Okay, I will say selfless.
Oh, that's good. Steve?
I mean, I wanted to say patient, but I remember growing up. I don't
You
think I
tested
can.
it.
Some of you might be able to say that about her. I can't.
That was your own fault, Steve. Trust me.
Oh, I'm not casting blame, Brian. Neither should you, because I think we all know it was on me. No, I would say loving.
Trev and Bree?
I was going to say, it's kind of 2 words, but role
Sweet,
model.
beautiful. Oh,
Well, yeah, sweet, beautiful Grammy, obviously, but role model for sure.
Role model.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Bree, I know you're at a disadvantage because you don't have as much time as the rest of this crowd, but do you have anything you would throw in?
Careful, Bree.
No, just caring. It's like my Polish grandma.
Yeah, that's a good one.
aw.
James?
I'm gonna lock in sweet, beautiful.
There you
Nice.
go. Well
That's a
trained.
solid one.
Yeah.
Very good. Nobody asked, but I was also going to go with loving just because she has love for everybody.
True.
Stray animals included. So if we could go back to this one question from Mr. Reeve, which one of your sons got the worst grades?
I know I got the lowest grade out of all of us.
It had to be
Well, okay,
Steven.
let me explain his first semester in college. We'll skip grammar school, high school, first semester in college. My mom happened to be dying at the time, and we were on our way get his report card. In those days, you got a paper report card,
Lucky
and
Stephen.
got his grades. He got an A, a B, a C, a D, and an F. And I kind of
So,
mentioned to him that his
it's
grandma
like bingo.
dying saved his life.
Right, but it's like bingo, and you got to get one of each of those. I figured I'm going to do it
Yeah,
all in
and
first semester.
they didn't give out E's, so yeah. So did that answer it, Donnie? Just
I
check.
think so, because I think Kevin and I could probably. I speak for Kevin. I know I never got a D or an F. I didn't get a lot of A's,
Oh God,
but
no.
I was right down the middle. So I think the answer to that question is Steve.
He won.
Steve.
Ron Mailing would like to know
Champion.
what
These
would
are
your
good
favorite
questions.
restaurant be?
Favorite restaurant? I love Pismo's in Fresno and Yoshino's.
Yoshino's is a good one. Yes, definitely. And I think, I mean, Chris, clearly it's Kevin, but I'm sorry.
Oh,
I can't answer that. That's not nice.
you could, Mom.
They
I can
all
tell you-
sometimes
Say
cry.
Stephen again.
I
They all
could
cry.
say that Kevin is 6 years younger than myself, and Steve and I are a year and a half apart. But they must have owned stock in the Wooden Spoon Company when we were kids, because that was Mom's like go-to disciplinary tool. And I mean, I watched Steven take a wooden spoon to the back a number of times.
And you know
I
what?
think they might also
Turned
had
out.
stock in Tabasco.
Yes, Tabasco. Hey, I love it. I mean, what the hell?
And soap, bars of soap in the mouth. You guys never got?
No,
I just got the Tabasco. So
You mean
who was the least trouble?
The least.
I think we were all pretty equal on
What's
that
the
one.
next question?
We're out
Yeah,
of
we can
questions.
skip that one.
So, but I do think there is a special place in heaven for a mom of 3 boys, because let's face it, we weren't always perfect. But I
Speak for
think
yourself, bro.
Steve, I watched everything you did. I learned from your example. So I know that none of us were perfect. I will say I'm very thankful that my kids are better than I was. Life's been a lot easier. So anyways, now we'll kind of transition into pulling. Unfortunately, you didn't get to go as a young girl growing up. But I just want to back up. You met Dad, fell in love, got married, all that. Did Grandma and Grandpa approve of this guy? Like, you're going to move to the sticks with this country boy? How'd that go?
I kind of think that if we had broken up, they would have kept him.
Ooh.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he. The only one that it was a little iffy was my Aunt Nora, but she loved him, but she had a funny way of showing him, and but she did love him.
Was she
I
French?
think it's she was Irish, and I think it was because he was Italian.
She didn't like the Italians. So, yeah.
I don't know. There was something. She just teased him.
Racism is real.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, so now so Dad wasn't pulling yet when you guys got married, right? That started a little later. But what did you think when Dad first came home and said, "Hey, we're going to a truck pull," how did it go?
Well, I think that first one was with the panel, and he went to Madeira and he pulled, and he really liked it. I thought, okay, fine. And then it started getting serious when he bought the yellow fever, whatever it was, the cab, and then it got pretty serious. And meanwhile, I've got a little baby, and then I had another one, and he was working all day, and then working on trucks at night till midnight, 1 o'clock. And I have to say I was a little
Patient?
maybe
Selfless.
a little bit like, ooh,
Loving.
what? Yeah,
Sweet and beautiful.
Sweet and beautiful.
Yeah, that part I still was maybe, but anyway, I look back on that and think, I don't know how to say it without getting mushy, but when I saw you guys start moving along with Dad, and then along comes Kevin, and you guys are all doing it, it became a family thing. And, 50 years later, I can say that I'm glad not that it would have worked if I had tried to tell him not to do it, but I'm glad that he did it. And when I see the joy and the family ties and everything that's gone along with it, it's been a big part of our life, and it's been a very, very good part of our life.
Well said. So you also, somewhere in there in the 80s, 90s, you drove Yellow Fever, correct?
I did. I drove
Anything memorable about that?
yeah, I've got a couple of stories. One was in Oakland Coliseum, and it must have been a 2-night deal, or I don't know, somehow, but I drove.
The hometown poll.
Say it again.
That was a hometown poll.
A hometown poll, yeah. I'm sure all my friends were there, but at least my family was anyway. And I polled, and I beat Dad. And then we got out to the parking lot, big parking lot, all the trucks and everything. And this little guy comes up to me and asks for my autograph. And Dad went, "No one has ever asked me for my autograph." So I had to kind of, tame that down a little. And then the other story that I have, I was driving in Turlock, and I still have, and I meant to bring it tonight, but I still have a little paper where I had written down exactly what I had to do, neutral, whatever it was. And I held it in my hand while I was holding the steering wheel going down the track, and all of a sudden sparks started coming everywhere. I kept going until it stopped. And
Your note didn't say anything about sparks?
No, had it, I would have, yeah. And then Dad came to the door and he said, "Man, I thought it had one more, that clutch had one more pass in it." So I was set up.
Wow. Is that how you remember it? Yeah, Dad concurs. That's how it happened. So
That's exactly how it happened.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
I feel like that was very honest of him. He could have been like, "Oh man, you broke the clutch. I guess I need a new one."
yeah, well, he did.
Yeah, but he was very honest about the fact that there was maybe one left. Turns out he was wrong, but
Yeah, no, it was good.
So in all the years and all the travels that you've had with pulling, the Baby Huey team would like to know if there's a favorite place you've been or go to.
Most of them are good. I used to love when we would go over to Gardnerville, staying over there. And then there's some stories there too that I wasn't involved in, but I know that the boys and police and everything else were involved in. But I just enjoyed. They had a lot of nice shops, and I went shopping with Kathy and Christy, and that was always fun. But most of them are good. And now that we all go take trailers. But I guess now my favorite place is Madera at the GSI because I can walk there.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
That's solid.
That couldn't
Is there
be
anywhere
closer to home for you. Yeah, that's really
A
close.
little bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there anywhere you don't like that we go?
Well, if you could work on moving Winnemucca a little closer.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
But just think about the Martin Hotel. That's fun.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
That's true.
there's stuff like that we don't want to do too close to home where a lot of people know us, right?
True. Right, Kevin?
Mm.
Yeah. So I think Brad Griffin is checking in from Panama.
Oh,
So
wow.
he's wishing you a happy Mother's Day. The boys have been down hunting in, I think, Argentina, and now they're touring Panama. Mom, do you have any questions for anybody on the panel?
No, but I have something I want to say.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Throw it out there.
So people, you know, even though Stephen, when you were younger, it was a little rough, and Brian with the spoon, and Kevin, I'm sure you did some things that weren't, but people always say something to us, to Dad and I, about our three sons and what respectable men they are, and all that good stuff. I'm not going to make your heads get big here, and I have often said, and I've said it to people, I've said it to family, friends, I credit yellow fever. Yellow fever, it has been a big part of our life, but watching you grow up with it and the closeness you've had with your dad, and learning, all three of you can do anything. I truly believe yellow fever is a good part of that. And I see you with your kids doing the same thing. So.
Well, I agree. That was always something that I know I looked forward to going with Dad. I can remember I was probably in 5th or 6th grade, and I think Dad was going to like Phoenix or somewhere where they left a day or two early. And I was so mad I couldn't get out of school for a couple of days to go with him. I had to stay in school. And anyways,
How
but
did that not translate to us? Like that's.
huh?
I said, you having that experience, how did that not translate to us? Because
Well, he learned the appropriate lesson to keep his children in school.
Fair enough.
Guys, school's important, but tractor pulling's importanter. Okay,
Or to start.
that's why we go to school.
Unless your mom is a teacher, just saying.
Right.
Would now be the time to ask her about his sonnies?
Probably not. Yeah, no one wants to know if we
What?
Sonny's.
Get your shit together, Brian.
Yeah. So speaking of Sonny's and Mr. Reeve here, he would like me to get my shit together, I guess, and do Gardnerville, but that would just really cause waves and hurt a lot of feelings. So maybe we'll substitute like Winnemucca and Fallon for Gardnerville. Maybe it'd be fun.
We'll see how that works.
I got a question for Mom. She drove yellow fever. It's been a couple of years. How about a crack at the whip?
Agreed.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
Dude,
very
that'd be awesome.
very, very good timing for John Bower's question. And out of the, let's say, Massetti family stable, past and present, which would you prefer to drive? So that would be Yellow Fever, the Whip, or All Smoked Out. Or
Past and present, you got to put the Outlaw, maybe Scarlet Fever.
Oh yeah, we had the Outlaw back in the day, and Scarlet Fever. Or if you'd like to drive a sled too, we could throw that in, Mom. So your options abound.
You got to do the whip.
Yellow Fever.
It's pretty badass. Yellow Fever, tried and true, the old girl. So you grew up in Oakland, which is in Alameda County. Bree also grew up in Oakland, which is Alameda County.
Hey, Bree.
June 20th, 21st, and 22nd, we're going to the Alameda County Fair, which is in Alameda County. Bree's birthday is June 21st. I'm going to go ahead and drop it right here, first time live on the air. Bree is Yellow Fever on her birthday, June 21st, in Alameda County Fair, her home county fair. So, Mom, we're going back to your home county fair. You're going to celebrate 54 years of wedded bliss to Dad. The day before that pull, I don't know, what did we say? Grammy drives Yellow Fever one night
20th.
on the 20th.
Yeah.
I don't have a helmet.
We've got plenty.
That's fixable.
We've got helmets, and they sell them every day.
Oh, I see one coming for Mother's Day. Just kidding.
No, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
It's a really good gift.
No.
Boys, we'll talk
Yeah,
after.
I'm in.
So Cassie, our favorite photographer, says, "Hell yeah!" Kirsten Larson, Grammy needs to drive Yellow Fever.
Ooh, Kirsten just graduated. Congratulations, Kirsten.
Congrats on that.
Congrats.
The baby Hueys, heck yeah. I mean,
You're a fan.
People want it. You've got to give the people what they
the
want.
people have spoken, Mom.
Everyone wants your autograph.
Yeah. I mean, the line for autographs will be out the door. Look at this guy. How'd you do that, Trev? That's pretty cool. I mean, here we go. Everybody's saying aye. I can't
that
keep
means
up with all the comments,
that's a
Mom.
vote.
Look at this. Blast from the past. Ron Holmer mailing. Remember the Falcon, Mom? That's old Ronnie.
I remember him. We talked at Madeira.
Yes. Dave Vienendal's throwing in
Love this
100
podcast.
aye votes.
Whoops, I gotta go to a chem tutor, but it was great being on for what I could hear.
I agree.
Thanks for joining us, Bree.
Agreed.
Bye,
Bye,
Bree. See you in Pleasanton.
Or Chowchilla
Chowchilla.
next soon. Yeah.
Hopefully.
From one Grammy to another.
Ooh, she should drive too.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because you know
To a
what?
Grammy pull-off.
They
Yes.
lived in Pleasanton or Livermore. They'd have to. I mean, they lived there for a while. Donnie went and got like 5 or 6
Right.
haircuts in 2 days because he didn't have
I
the
know.
courage to ask her out. So he spent a couple $100 on haircuts. But, anyways, so I think it seems to me like it's settled. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I mean, I haven't heard anybody say no.
True.
That's right. Not one vote for no.
So let's
Yeah.
move on to the next conversation.
okay.
Congrats, Grammy.
So, well,
Can I say one more thing?
you can say anything you want, Mom.
As long as it's
Mom,
not
keep
no.
that. Just keep the F-bombs to a minimum. It is a family
Yeah,
show. So,
Mom.
but other than that, say whatever you want.
Well, you guys have all said this too, but I've always, it's fun to watch Yellow Fever go down the track with Dad driving, and then each of you boys have driven it. I like that. I still close my eyes sometimes when the whip is going down the track, and I
Me too.
open them when I hear people clapping and everything's fine. But then when you see the next generation going down, and there's just, when we're up in the announcer's booth between all of you guys working on it, and then Christy doing the registration, Lexi doing registration, Amanda helping when she can be there, Emily helping Christy, Addie singing. It is such an awesome feeling to have your whole family involved in something and enjoying it and being together. We're pretty lucky for that. So thank you all.
We are damn lucky. There's no doubt about
Even
that.
if you lived closer, you could drive in Pleasanton.
Well, we
I
have
was
3
thinking
days.
that they should.
so-
They should. Right. I was thinking one of those nights should be ladies' night, like only female drivers.
Dude.
That's what's happening.
But it'd be hard for a lot of the pullers. They may not have the ability to do that. Several of them, I'm sure they could.
Well, yeah.
That's an awesome idea.
And Liz is right. Oh, Liz likes Disney just like Grammy does. And I have said that a number of times, and I feel so lucky to be able to do this, from you and Dad being there to the kids. It is pretty fantastic that we're able to do this. And another family that's all in, 3 generations. I also want to give a little shout out to Garrett Reeve for what he's been doing with highlighting the pro modified trucks. Today he put Yellow Fever out there. Really appreciate him doing that for us, and it was cool to get Dad's story out there. Little brief part of it. So anyways,
Awesome
Wade
that
checking
he's doing
in,
that.
another family. But Garrett, thank you if you're watching for doing that.
Super cool.
It's very cool to see, and we're learning stuff about other people, just like this show. So anyways, well, Mom, if you don't have any questions or anything else, or guys, if you don't have anything for Mom or Grammy, then we're gonna turn it over to James. And Mom, this is the point where we play Facebook Marketplace game. It's pretty fun. It's easy to play along with. We ask everybody at home to play with us too, if they don't mind. So
I play every Monday night, and a couple of weeks ago I got 2 of them right on,
Whoa.
but I didn't get a T-shirt.
Oh,
Well, maybe tonight.
Now you have the chance to.
make it official. Let's do it tonight.
There's Grammy.
Yep. Can you guys see the screen?
We
Yep.
can.
yes,
Okay, 1 second. I gotta plug in my computer here.
Hmm. Well, Mom, while we're waiting here, I just want to thank you for coming on. Um, it's an honor to have you as our guest, and I would say it's a real blessing and a privilege to have you as our mom and our Grammy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's
Definitely.
the same. I'm
Thanks,
looking
Mom.
at, love you all.
So, Graham, tonight, I know you've seen the show, but for those watching, if you have not seen the show, I'm going to show everyone a marketplace listing, and you're going to go around taking turns guessing the asking price of the listing. Closest answer without going over wins, 1 point for being the closest, 3 points for getting the exact answer. Graham, if you win, we will give you a GSI t-shirt. We might do it just anyways because we like you so much, but
That's really nice.
I have high hopes though, Graham. You have a lot of experience playing along here. So the first one here is an IH1066 tractor. It's in a 3,200 RPM superfield class. I believe it's run in Colorado. It's turnkey, ready to go. Got a bunch of new parts. S200 turbo, P7100 part injection pump, and no corners cut. Fiberglass hood. It's ready to go. Pretty nice tractor. Like I said, I think it's in Colorado. Other than that, I don't know too much about it. Dad, what do you think?
Oh shit.
Language.
Oh yeah. Sorry. um, how about?
Mom's on.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. I don't have any ideas, so I'm going to say $90,000.
90. Okay. Uncle Steve?
I mean, my brother's making me rethink my guess. But I'm gonna stay with it. I'm gonna come in at 60,000.
60. Okay. Uncle Kev?
70,000.
70. Trev?
75,000.
Oh, Trevor.
Okay, Grammy. I have high hopes here.
Oh,
Graham, hear me?
Did
Uh-oh.
we lose Grammy?
Oh no, she quit.
Oh, no.
uh-oh.
She's probably looking it up.
Yeah, give her a minute to think about this.
Yeah.
Does somebody want to go check on her?
Well, Dad's frozen too, so I don't think any of us can check.
Oh,
it.
no. I think the internet must have went out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they picked the wrong house.
I mean, we could probably guess for her.
I think she's gonna say 76,000 probably.
Let's have Lori Reeve guess for her.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
idea.
that's a really
that's
good
a good
idea.
Lori?
I mean, we see Donnie's guess there.
Yeah.
Yeah, here I can bring him up. 85.
For baby Huey.
67.
67. That's a solid guess.
Cassie, 65. 85. 72.5.
All right, Lori's in.
All right, Lori's in at 62,560. I like it.
Okay, that's a really
That's going to be Grammy's guess.
I mean, honestly, I don't love it. Could we go with something different?
Well, you don't love it, but it might be good for Grammy. John Bower's in at $1.
Oh, that's a
Probably a good.
solid guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's run it.
John Bower, with a guess of $1, would have gotten it.
Dang.
I think he was going for Grammy too on that one. So
Oh no,
You know
James
what?
got the point.
We'll give the
Okay.
point to Grammy. 'Cause
All right, fair enough.
that's nice.
she didn't really get an opportunity, and John Bower guessed for her. So $1.
Nice guess. Nice guess, John.
Good guess, John.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate here that we lost him.
Well, we're trying to get Mom back now. Sorry about that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
okay.
It's
Mom
okay,
got
she
the
got
point,
the last
so
point. Let her know.
it's fine.
Nice. We're having internet issues out here in the sticks.
Huh. Well, Nice tractor they got there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Grammy's back.
Hey, there she is.
Hey, Grammy. Grammy, what do you think about this 1066 here?
Oh no, just frozen again.
We lose her again?
Oh,
man.
no. I think she said like 50,000.
I think.
Did she?
Why don't we turn that one off and
Nope.
have Mom just come in here?
Oh wait, now it's back.
Okay. I'm going to say $10,000.
$10,000.
Nice.
Grammy, you got it. It was 50,000, but the next
How did she know?
highest was 60,000. So Grammy gets the point. I think she's gone again.
She comes in and wins and then leaves.
Yeah. Well, she did really get the point.
That was
really
pretty
legit.
solid.
I guess while they sort that out, we'll go to the next one. So,
Yeah, maybe we could move her to a different room.
yeah. Well, I think Dad's gone too. I think it's the whole house.
I wouldn't play without him.
And
We'll just play for them.
Hey,
Yeah, just designate somebody to play
No.
if she's
check it
not
out. Graham's coming.
Okay.
here. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Hi there.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Graham.
Hey.
Okay, well, I wanted to preface this one and say, between everyone on the screen here, we own a lot of Dodge trucks, but Grammy definitely owns the most Dodge trucks out of all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she has some expertise here. I hope they're still with us. It might be frozen.
Oh, this
Thank
is
you.
something Dad would like.
Yeah. Well,
Cruise doesn't
Okay.
work.
unfortunately, you guys back?
Yeah.
For now.
Okay. Well, Grammy, you own a lot of Dodge trucks. We're going to
do.
start this one off with Uncle Steve. What do you think?
I mean, you didn't tell us anything about it, but I got to.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's
Well,
okay.
it's
I can read.
Pretty standard 4-speed automatic.
It looks like pretty straight stock, but
two-wheel
clean.
drive, 1500. It's all stock, but pretty clean. No hurry to sell.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a motivated seller.
No,
That much is
Really
clear.
not. Yeah.
No hurry. Thank you for looking.
But also not rebuilt. Like, this isn't a restoration. I don't
Not
think.
a
I think
full
it's just.
restoration.
I think
Doesn't
it's
look
just
like
clean.
Yeah.
I think that this guy probably wants 12,500.
12.5. Okay. Kev?
I
Christy.
think you gotta
Shut
add
off
in the
that
gallon of
computer.
Armor All on the motor. I
So you
think
got a
that's.
318 in there? Is that what that is?
I bet he wants $20,000 for that.
$20,000. Okay. Trev?
Yes.
We don't have any idea on miles. Huh?
I
got
believe
4 miles.
Actually, I'm not going to say because
Yeah, it's too late.
You can get it. The mileage is unknown.
I mean, it's super clean,
It is clean.
but it's like, is the mileage low enough that it's not a restoration? It's definitely just
He can't say.
it's all original.
It's not a restoration. A
Okay.
full like frame off deal.
Okay. I'll say 15,000.
15. Okay. Grammy?
10,000.
10,000 again. Confident. Dad?
8,500.
8,500. Okay. Well, I can tell you that it is 10.5.
Oh,
Grammy again.
Dang, that's a good one.
$10,000. Great guess.
You know,
Graham.
yeah, I live with somebody that has a lot of Dodge trucks, so I know a
See,
lot
I-
about this. Yeah.
I think you cut out, but I prefaced it by saying that between everyone here, we have a lot of Dodge trucks, but you by far have the most.
Exactly.
So great job, Graham. Very impressive.
Am I up for a t-shirt?
Is Grammy in the lead with 2 points now?
So
Yeah.
far, it's
It's-
2, and the rest of us are tied
Two
for
to
second.
nothing.
Yes, you are all tied for second. So this next one here is a 2-wheel drive truck.
Yeah.
It's got
Oh,
a fresh
yeah.
engine. It's ready to go. It's 540 Chevrolet, fuel injected, dart block. with diamond pistons and profiler heads. Pretty sweet. I think it's somewhere in Missouri, I believe. Uncle Kev, thoughts?
I'm gonna stick with maybe he wants $20,000.
$20,000. Okay. Trav?
I'm gonna go $22,000.
22. Okay. Graham?
25.
25.
She broke away from the 10.
She did.
Dad?
Yeah, it has diamonds.
Ah, true. True,
Definitely.
Brandon.
Do we have a 36,000 yet?
We do not have 36,000.
I'll take it.
Okay. Following Lori there. Steve?
I have bad news for my brother Brian.
37.
36,001.
Oh,
Nice.
Lord.
I can't even afford it.
$36,001. Well, I can tell you this one is 32,000. Very close. But Grammy, once again, with a guess of
Jesus Christ.
She won that one too?
$5,000.
Okay. Wait a minute now. Well, this was lovey-dovey for a while, but I think
This is pretty incredible, I have to say.
Gonna be calling
Strong
cheating
performance. 3 in a row.
Pete and
off the
Joni,
bat.
yeah,
Very, very impressive.
that was pretty good.
Next
the
one we're going to take a
Woodfords.
look at here.
I feel like we've had that one before. I think.
I
Oh,
don't know if we have. Grammy, this one is hopefully right up your alley.
Yeah.
This
Excuse me,
is
I gotta
a
read.
Disney Splash Mountain character, the fox. And seller is not in a rush and only wants serious buyers. And this is incredibly rare, ultra rare with 2 hearts. It's from Disney. It's official. It's clean, very good condition. And the only minor problem is that the hat he has on has kind of lost a couple stitches, but it's an easy fix, especially for someone who's great at stitching and sewing and all sorts of things. I personally if I owned it, I may be in a slight rush to sell it. I don't know if anyone would want to really keep this around in the living room, but it is a Splash Mountain Fox. Trev, I know this is right up your alley. What do you think this was listed for?
Man, I really don't know. It's ultra rare with 2 hearts.
Ultra rare,
Wait,
2
I
hearts.
have a question that I think needs to be answered before the first guess.
Go ahead.
Is life size human sized or is it like fox sized? Because
It's
that's
sitting in a human
drastic-
chair.
But it looks quite human sized to me.
Yeah, that's not a life size fox.
No, that's a human-sized fox.
I mean, I didn't
Steve,
really
it's Disney.
clarify
It's
that
Disney,
question,
Steve.
but-
No, I know, but I want us all on the same page before Trevor.
Have you ever seen a talking fox?
Well, yeah,
or a
Disney
mouse
on the
that
cartoons
talks?
all the time.
Okay, it's Disney, Steve.
I was just looking for some perspective here.
Well, I mean, you can kind of see it by the chair and the room. But,
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I have to zoom in for that.
The
Wait,
outlet.
is there a
and
person in
wall.
this? God, it's a costume.
No, it's not a person.
It's not a costume. It's just like a stuffed thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's a weird
I mean,
thing to have in
don't
your
be
house.
so degrading, Trev.
No, it's better that way, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
It's ultra rare. I'm gonna go $2,000 because I feel like it's
$2,000.
something
Okay.
outrageous.
Graham, before you answer, what is your favorite ride at
That's a good
Disneyland?
question.
well, it's because of Grandpa. It's Small World.
That's a good answer. And if
Good
you had to
memories.
pick a second, is it Splash Mountain?
I think it's Thunder Mountain.
I think I've been on Splash Mountain once.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Yeah,
No, thank you.
no, not my favorite.
What's
Well-
your
Is it
second
my-
favorite, though?
Second favorite used to be the Matterhorn. Oh, Cars. I love cars.
Good answer.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Solid.
Well, what do you think about this Fox? How much was it listed for?
$750.
How
$750.
much would you pay for it, Grammy?
Nothing.
Priceless. Dad?
Um, uh, shit, I don't know. They seem to be pretty proud of it.
ultra
2,500. Yeah.
4,500?
No, 2.25.
Oh,
I
2,500.
was gonna say.
But the hat needs fixing.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go 27.
Steve?
$1,200.
1,200. Kev?
What's the highest one?
It would be
Brian.
2,500.
I think it's too low. This person's not in a rush to sell, and it's official Disney though.
Yeah.
True.
I want to say a lot more, but I think it'd be silly. But 7,000.
7,000. What would you
I don't think you understand.
like?
how this
What was
game
your
works.
silly answer?
Like 10,000.
10,000 was your silly answer?
Because I think they're. I mean, it says I'm not in a rush to sell.
Yeah. Do you want to
Only
change to
contact
10,000?
me if you're serious. And
You've been offered the opportunity to make that as your
You want to
guest.
go
Kev.
10,000? You're welcome to.
I'll do it.
that seems too high. No.
7,000.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you should have said 10. 10,000.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
What?
Wow.
I'm gonna go to
He read between
I
the
think
lines
that's worth.
Red.
It's worth every penny.
It's please only contact me if you're seriously interested to purchase.
$10,000.
Do you have their phone number?
Damn.
I don't. I wish I did. We could really evaluate the psychological position of whoever's listing this for $10,000. But hey,
Oh, that one hurts.
it does. It's got to hurt a little bit.
Kevin.
But Uncle Kev, you are in second place now.
So $750.
Grammy's still in the lead with 3 points, and you are just behind with 1 point. Everyone else not on the board yet. So this next one here, taking a look at a, if you want to call it life size, you can, or a 2.4x radio flyer wagon. It's powered by a 2020 Yamaha G. I think that's like a quad, but I don't really know. And it's got an all aluminum custom 1/8 inch body, and it's gas powered, goes about 20 miles per hour. And like I said, it's a 2.4 to 1 ratio to the original Little Red Wagon. And it debuted at Burning Man in 2019. Pretty sweet little thing. Grammy, did you have a Little Red Wagon growing up?
No, I didn't.
How about a big red wagon?
2,500. 25.
2,500. Okay. Dad?
I kind of feel bad for Grammy. Didn't get to go to tractor pulls as a kid. Didn't have a wagon. Jeez.
Deprived.
9 years old, she started teaching school in the backyard. I have a feeling it's a lot more than that. I don't know. 5,000.
5,000. Steve?
I mean, I feel like we have to appreciate the workmanship here. Like this, it looks like this guy literally took 1/8 inch sheet aluminum and rolled the edge. I mean, this is nice. Somebody made this.
Oh, yeah. No, he clearly takes some pride in it. Look at him in the middle there.
Definitely
He's
did
just
not buy that.
No
no,
hands. Oh, he
this-
built that. I can tell you that. No
Yeah.
hands. Cruising down with his lady. Clearly,
I
nah.
might have liked to see a steering wheel instead of like the
They
yoke
used an
or whatever.
original handle.
That's the problem. Like you have a fake one out front. Don't put a real one in there to actually steer. But
Good
setting that
point. I thought
aside,
the same.
I'm gonna come in a little higher than these guys. I think. What's our highest bid right now? Is it 2,500?
It's 5,000.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in above that too, but not a lot above it. I'm coming in at 6,500.
6,500. Okay. Kev?
That's probably the most tame thing at Burning Man, huh?
Probably the most wholesome for sure.
It's super wholesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little bit above Steve.
You didn't see what they did in it, so
Jeez.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I'll go more than Steve did.
How much more?
lot.
Is there more people after me?
There's one more after
Is
you.
it Trevor?
It is Trevor.
Cheating Trev following me.
Mm-hmm.
What'd Steve say?
You should mind your own business, Kevin.
I think he said 65. I'm gonna go 7,500
7,500.
or
Okay.
10,000.
Well, which one do you want?
Well, Trevor's probably gonna go 7,501. 8,500.
8,500. Okay. Final guess.
Yeah, lock it in.
Trev.
6501.
6,501.
Oh man, Trevor, did you change your name?
And he played you, Kevin.
What?
Kevin is cheating.
That's right.
That's no way to treat your uncle.
It's true. Well, I don't know if Kevin's cheating, but I think Dave Vienendahl probably is because this one was listed for
Whoa.
995.
Wow.
And 15.9 is a little bit suspicious, for lack of a better word.
I don't think so. I think he's a good guesser.
Or he's
Maybe
a
it's-
great catcher.
Maybe it's his friend selling it.
Maybe he's selling
It
it.
could be. I don't think he's selling it, but it could be.
Dave does not seem like the burner type to me.
Who knows?
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might be.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we're going to
Damn.
move on to our last.
Wait, so who got that
listing
point again?
tonight.
Kevin.
That was Kevin. Sorry.
Shit, did they tie it up?
No, Kevin's still behind by one. He's got
Okay.
2 points. Grammy's got 3. The rest of you have 0. But
We knew that.
a little embarrassing, guys.
It's
We're
how
gonna
it should be.
To our very last listing of the night, and there's plenty of opportunities for upset because, as I've said before, the last listing we have not only the price but the location to guess. This one's a little bit unique. It is a saguaro cactus tall. It's got multiple arms. I might count 4. And the buyer is responsible for both removal and transportation.
Oh my God.
That bottom one can't be described as an arm. No,
It's like
below-
a nubbin. It's like a nubbin.
I
It's
think
gonna
that
be
was
an
a,
arm.
got
it was
a
a
nubby.
safe bet to say multiple arms because there's 2 that are definitively arms. The
Yeah.
other 2, a little bit questionable, more like stubs.
Did somebody shoot it or did they break an arm off in the middle?
It's a good question.
Because there's a hole.
But I mean, that is the tallest cactus I've ever seen.
Well, it's not worth what it should be because of that hole.
It's
Oh
true.
man, that's where the birds go.
Well, Dad, we're going back to you. Let's go price first. What do you think?
Shit.
That's got to be 20 foot tall.
I've never bought a cactus in my life.
Really?
Never.
Huh.
Would
you consider it?
No.
Okay.
But I bet these people think it's worth something. So I'm gonna say $3,500.
3,500
For a cactus?
I don't know who the hell lists it for sale on Marketplace. I mean,
It's a good question.
Well,
Steve?
it's probably worth something.
So I gotta say, I'm trying to judge the height of this thing, and I was looking at it thinking like that's a 6-foot wall, and then I was like, no, wait, just to the right of the cactus, there's a guy, and I can see his shoulders and his head.
Oh wow.
that's what I was thinking too.
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
not
It's the
That's
house. That's the front
house.
door and a bush.
Yeah. So I'm back to that being a 6-foot wall. I'm back to this being a 21-foot cactus. And I strongly believe that a cactus of this magnitude is worth $1,000 a foot. So I'm going to come in at 21,000 feet. I mean,
Wow.
dollars.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll explain.
Bold
mine.
guess.
Steve, I think you're full of shit, but you sold that pretty well. I believe you.
I mean, that's how I get through life, Brian.
True.
Kev?
So
I think it's closer to 18 feet.
So $18,000.
No,
Okay.
I have no idea what the dollar translation would be for that.
I told you.
It's the clouds.
Lori,
I was
she said
gonna
you
say-
could
Does
do
look
now.
as tall as the clouds, though. That's a good point.
I was gonna say $27,000, but I think that's too high.
I think
What are the
David's
other
right.
guesses, if you don't mind me asking?
That would be 3,521,000.
You guys are nuts.
Isn't Steve a
Um,
lawyer?
Yes,
Not
Larry.
anymore. Not
Well,
anymore.
kinda.
I'm a
He's
He's
recovering
too
lawyer.
full of shit to be a lawyer.
I'm gonna say that's. I was gonna say 27,000, but I think $300 is good.
What?
You went from 20-something thousand to 300.
Yeah,
Lock
because
it
I
in.
threw a bunch of
Lock it in.
cacti away over at the old house, and I'd feel bad if they were worth more than that.
Okay.
So let's
Trev?
say, give me 300.
Trev?
I'll do $325.
$325. Okay. Grammy?
Does it have spikes?
It's a cactus.
Kevin, it's a cactus.
No, but sometimes they'll like neuter it.
Let's just assume yes. All right,
Okay.
Grammy. What do you think?
Um,
Come on, Grammy, for all the marbles.
I know. I got to beat you. 3,000.
3,000.
Oh shoot!
Well,
I went too low.
Wait, no, we got to pick our location now.
I know I'm not going to reveal the price yet, but I will tell you that some of you were very far off, and now we're going to go to the location. We're going to start with Grammy. Grammy, where do you think it was listed from? Who is selling the 21 or 18 foot tall cactus?
New Mexico.
You want to go more specific in New Mexico, like a city or a direction?
You could say like southern, middle, northern.
Yeah.
Because that's what your sons do.
How do you say it, Kev?
The southeast corner of northwestern.
See,
There you go. There you go.
southeast-
Yeah, the middle, the whole middle section.
The
That's
middle.
a good guess.
Good guess. Trev?
I'm gonna go like northern Arizona.
Northern Arizona. Okay. Kevin?
Well, based on the stucco construction of the house across the street, that's California.
Where about? From California?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see it. Oh, that is a nice house.
They stuccoed the wall too.
Where about in California? Or just California?
I mean, if anybody else says California, I'll specify.
Okay. California. Steve?
This is 100% in southern Arizona.
Southern Arizona. I like the confidence. You're also very confident on the 21 feet, 1,000 feet, or $1,000.
I mean, I was guessing at the 21 feet part, but
the $1,000 per foot, though. Okay.
yeah, but it's going to be a lower elevation because it's a cactus. Honestly, I would say northern Mexico, except I don't think you're getting Facebook feed from Mexico, so I'm going to stick with southern Arizona.
Okay. Bold. Dad?
I think
Lori might be
it's
right.
probably not in Hawaii.
It's a good guess, though, Lori.
I think it's on Martin Street in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh shit!
Wow.
That's pretty specific.
Very, very specific.
I might get a
Frankly-
million points.
I don't even know why I'm writing it down because you're wrong, but I do appreciate the specificity. Now, I've got to say, before we reveal the price location, I'm not entirely confident that everybody was playing legitimately this round. And I notice that Trev immediately goes like that. He would be at the very top of my list because it was listed for $350
Oh, get out of here.
in Las Vegas, Nevada, and he guessed 325 after Kevin guessed 300. Pretty specific.
I mean, I'm not sure that's a real
No,
Seguro cactus.
Because look, what's the gap from Kevin to above?
I almost got kicked out. I heard the door open, so I muted my computer real quick. And
Smart. Good move. Quick action.
Anyways.
Isn't there a hell of a gap from Kevin to like $3,000 or something?
Yeah, but you know full well you cheated.
Oh, burn, Trevor.
I
You got called out.
Yeah, I'm not positive, but Baby Huey
Chris
very
cheated.
suspicious,
For
and
sure.
they're in Nevada, so
That's why I
it
went
would have come up
300
on
because I
theirs.
saw that. 350.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
And then he
Kevo
said Kevo got a text.
Yeah,
It's all
followed
coming
what he
together,
said.
Chris.
there's some serious, I don't know, something going on here, and I'm not happy about it.
I didn't
for
cheat.
sure.
If he
I know you
guessed
didn't.
that,
We're
and I
shitting.
followed
That part
him,
was clear.
I think that's legitimate.
So I'm
Oh,
gonna
I was
award-
wrong. They're worth $100 a foot. I'm looking it up now. I thought it was for
100,
sure worth
I'll tell you,
1,000.
Steve, this one sold for it was about $1,200 in the nursery. I don't know how many feet it was when they bought it in the nursery.
I'm gonna guess
But it was
12.
$1,200.
Steve,
Isn't
do you know
it-
how much money you would lose in the cactus game if you were buying cacti?
Yeah, no, I just felt really confident
Tons.
about that before, like I looked it up. Now I'm looking
You
it
also
up.
felt
and
very confident about the South Arizona, which
That's where they
Oh,
grow. They
you
grow
were
from
only a
like.
state off, but
I'm
Yeah.
not sure this is a real Seguro
Who
cactus.
is the closest?
Who's closest?
Me.
location-wise, it would be Trevor.
Where
Right,
did Trev
but he
say?
didn't have to wait for
So you
that.
said
He
North
knew because
Arizona.
he-
You said Scottsdale,
Oh.
Arizona, which is pretty central, I think.
But what did he guess for price?
I have no
too?
idea.
He gets 325.
Oh, so he was
technically-
obviously cheating.
obviously
That's the
cheating.
point.
Yeah.
Thank you for following
So
along, Kevin.
we're gonna give him 1 point for the location and a total of 0 points for the price, despite being the closest,
Seems fair.
because
Living up
he
to the
was
name.
very obviously
Trev.
cheating and couldn't even hold a straight face when
Well, because I
The
just knew
music
you were going to
video.
accuse me.
Trev, he's got one hand on the Bible, the other one's cheating.
Yep, Kevin nailed it. But that brings our total points to 3 for Grammy, 2 for Kevin,
Oh.
1
It's a dominant win.
debatable point for Trevor, and 0
Brian and I
points
tied for
Brian
fourth.
and Steve. So
Top five
last
again,
place.
Steve.
But Grammy, very, very strong performance throughout.
That's pretty impressive.
The beginning.
Good job, Graham. Proud of you.
Grammy
She's been
wins.
paying attention this
She's
whole
going to
time.
get a free GSI T-shirt.
Yay.
So
Yay.
congratulations.
Well, thank you.
And
Well played,
that's
Mom.
all I have for the Marketplace show. But thank you all for having me and everyone for playing along. It was a great time.
Nice job, Jay.
Definitely. Thanks for doing it again, James. You
That was
always
a good one, Jay. Good job. That cactus was a real doozy.
You know, that picture that has been floating around there, that is actually Mom driving Yellow Fever back in the day. We just got to
Yeah,
go
you
find a
zoom
red
in, you can
helmet.
see her face.
Yeah. We'll get you a red helmet for, I think this is true.
Grammy is a badass.
Thank you everybody for watching, for joining us tonight. Guys, thanks for being here, of course. James, awesome job once again on the Marketplace. Mom, thank you for joining us. Thank you for raising us and not killing us when you probably were. It would have been justifiable a number of times.
Just a few.
So
Thank you.
we got a few more here we got to throw out here. I think it's one thing we learned tonight is Mom's going to drive Yellow Fever in Pleasanton.
Yeah,
It's locked in. That's a lock.
People,
Yeah.
everybody knows how awesome she is, and I just think we're the luckiest family to have her. So
I'm the lucky one.
at times, maybe.
Yeah.
So I think that's it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Oh, I should mention this coming Saturday, the Mother's Day Eve, we will be in Dixon with the Max Cackle crew, the Dixon May Fair. I really don't know what time it starts or anything yet, but check out their website or Facebook. A week later, Friday, May 16th, we are kicking off the MLM season at the Chowchilla Madera County Fair. So that is pretty exciting for us. Looking forward to a great season, a great summer ahead. Of course, the weekend after Chowchilla, we'll go up to Chico. It's been a long time since there's been a truck and tractor pull there, so we're excited to go to the Silver Dollar Fair. June, we kick off in Stockton on the 13th. The following weekend, Alameda County Fair, and then the weekend after that, we go to Willits. So a couple of busy months coming up. Going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing everybody out there at the track. And that's it, and we'll see you here next Monday night. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys.
Good night.
Thanks,
Good night.
guys.
All right, good night.
Bye, Mom.
Bye. Love you guys.
Thursday.